Hey, Dagburn. I'll do one more video. I was going to only do a two-parter, but I'll do a three-parter for you. I'm trying to start a revolution, bud. In case you haven't noticed that. Trying to save the world. Trying to pick up where Martin Luther King left off. You know. And people like Tupac said they would spark the change. Just trying to finish the mission right there, Dagburn. I just wanted to have a little heart-to-heart with you, bud. I don't know. To me, this God thing's real. So, I worry for people. Because I think it's real. And nobody fears God anymore. Nobody fears the consequences of their actions. Especially the good people. Well, the people who think they're good, but they're probably not good. They're being misled by people who say that they work for God and they do it for intentions for themselves. How do you think that goes over in final judgment? If you're doing things just for yourself. I mean, you know what you're worth, right? You can pay yourself whatever you want. You're the one that knows your worth. But if you're taking people's hard-earned money, when you're deceiving them and you're actually worshiping the devil, Kenneth Copeland type people, Dagburn, there's no fear for God, bud. None. Like, I don't get it. I think the world's a cesspool. What do you think, bud? Think it's going good? You tell everybody to ignore the outside world. And I know Upchurch says it too. And just because I think he's a starseed doesn't mean that he has to agree with me or I have to agree with him. It just means that we're probably men enough to talk it out. I don't know. I think children are being hurt because of the political scam going on that's being run by the WEF. It's controlled by Bill Gates and George Soros and BlackRock. And then you got a little Henry Kissinger action in there, or whatever his name is, and the Rockefellers and the whatevers and the... Gotta sprinkle some Clintons in there too, right? I don't know. People haven't figured out that the Clintons are dirty yet. The Clintons either need to shut down that information, because they already tried to cancel it, but you can't cancel the truth, can you, Clintons? You can try to. Only for so long. It comes out. Again, Dagburn. Get off track again. It's that ADHD. Fear God. I told all my people. These are the people I'm going to give you to. I'm giving you some extras. Just give me a second here. I think I had a boogie woogie hanging out. I had to get rid of her, bud. Yeah, there's no fear of God. It's unfortunate. Like, I tried telling all my people. I was like, this is the way this is going to go down. And... They don't believe me, so maybe because they say I'm crazy just like you. So I'm going to give you a list of names. But if you'd like to work with the numero uno one that you could probably get a little promotion from, his name's Michael Della Rocha. I'll introduce him to you right now. Because I'm going to tell you what. This guy here, I knew, just like I tried to ask you for help. Did I not look like I was mentally struggling? Did I not tell you that it feels weird to think this way? Ask for your help, Johnny Gobble. And wouldn't it be weird? Wouldn't it be weird if I'm not the guy with the lisp that you're talking about? Wouldn't that be weird? But still, even then, you didn't try to contact or help me or anything like that, did you? Was that God's plan? Did God put that in your head? Ignore my stuff? Or were those your actions? And I was good with it. You want to ignore my stuff or whatever, I was just looking for an answer, like, be a man, whatever. I can take it. I'm a big boy, even though I cry a lot like a little bitch. But that's for different reasons, bud. It's because I'm worried that there's no fear of God. And that, hey, Kane, get back here. I gotta get my dogs. Yeah, there's no fear of God at all. Like, all these people who think they're doing the right things, and they're really not. Not that I know the answers or anything, Dagburn, but I think I know bad when I see bad. And I think the world's pretty bad. Like, I don't think people that should be punished are punished. Like, I don't know. Did you get all wrapped up in the Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing? Did you get wrapped up in that? How's that woman still on the streets? She tried to destroy a man's life. And she walks away, losing a few $1 million. She should lose more than that. If the consequence for her actions were like Johnny's livelihood, which would cause mental stress and depression and all that good stuff that comes with it, do you think that's the case? What do you think happens to her when she meets God? I don't know. I'm not her. I don't know what really happened, but what are you thinking, bud? What are you thinking? I don't know. Do people have to face the truth when we die, or are we wormy, Johnny? I don't know. I see you name Jesus a lot. You seem to believe in God. I don't know. Could God be actually working a miracle right now, right in front of your face, and you don't even know it? I'm the guy you decided to piss off. But just to let you know, Johnny, that's why I said, bud, she's in your hands now. But if you decide to go the other way, I'm going to give you a couple more people that you can get on your team here. Let's just take a look at them.
And you're going to have to be in alignment with God. You see, I cannot walk back into those satanic public schools anymore. I have to teach the people. I have to teach all the people, all the families right now. And I will...
Johnny, that is Michael Della Rocha. And his channel is Our Everyday Lives. And the name of the show today is Do It Today Because There Is No Tomorrow. So this is what I mean. Even shitheads like him, they can teach you something. But I know he's a shithead. Or I think he's a shithead. I shouldn't say. Again, nothing I say on here is facts. They're only my opinions and my thoughts. So if I want to think that I'm starting a revolution with Upchurch and Kanye, yeah, this is a good time. Those are my thoughts. Doesn't make it real. Just my thoughts. So I'm just asking the questions, but looking like a knucklehead. But then again, I'm not picking a fight with Adam Calhoun, am I? Not that kind of prophet. That guy seemed pretty out of it. He didn't really say what his purpose was as a prophet, but he was going to stand by Upchurch and those guys, but he had to fight Adam first. I didn't really get that, but hey. Again, Michael Della Rocha. This gentleman here, I might have the receipts to back my mouth up. But you go talk to him and see if he wants to swear to God on it. Why don't you ask him that? Because he's in line with God. So let's find out. Am I cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? Or does the guy who says and claims he's Archangel Michael and he's here to lead the revolution, but doesn't have any solution? Nothing. This guy's worried about Starbucks lineups. Let me tell you. So, Mr. Della Rocha here. Again, I was going through a pretty rough time. I tried getting a hold of him, Dagburn. Finally got a hold of him. He's like, yeah, we can talk. We can talk. So my reply was, hey, bud, you can let me know a day and time? Because he told me it was donations. So I said, you let me know a day and time, and I'll send you $50. Just because I'm a small town, I don't know. I didn't know you had to pay like big fees for spirituality, okay? I didn't understand it. I didn't know. So if you would have came back and said, you really didn't offer me enough, bud, I would have thought it and asked if it was worth it. Is a couple $100 worth your mental health? I would try to get her up and see what this guy was all about. And then if I felt like he was like not good, then I should probably not watch his show anymore. But hey, again, that was just my thinking. That's my lens. You have to talk about De La Rocha through his lens. Remember, everything you do on the internet stays on the internet. And this gentleman did full shows about me. You know how dumb this son of a bitch is? You know how dumb people are? He told his people, because some of them must have been asking questions, because he actually did shows about how I had wisdom, but yet I was satanic and trying to lead them away. Never said I wanted to lead any of them. I just said I wanted to talk to this guy to see if I was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But no, that's not the Michael De La Rocha way. It's I didn't get what I want. And now you're a piece of shit and I can't get what I need. Because I'm not man enough to ask you. Because that wouldn't look too spiritual. Get what I'm laying down there, Tagburn? Want to listen to a little bit more? I like it when he talks about God. Because like I said, I don't know, this guy probably thinks he's all good. He probably thinks he's in line with God. But I think he's a lying piece of shit. And he censored me all over the place. And he talked a lot of shit when I couldn't defend myself. So here we go.
For God right now. I don't work for a cult any longer. And because I put myself in alignment, this is a real life story. Did you know that? I worked for over a year and a half, not one dime. And because I put myself in alignment, I found that I was raptured. I was raptured out of the matrix. And when my head hits the pillow, I don't have to worry about not being in alignment. And I'll be honest with you,
Here's the thing, motherfucker. If you're in alignment with God, you're not feeling too well. You're not feeling too well in your tummy. Because you gotta look like a moron, like a complete idiot, and say that you're trying to save the world. And you back it up with receipts, which I can do with everybody I've dealt with. I'm sorry, this guy tells you that there's a cabal running the show. He ain't telling you nothing. He teaches good stuff. He does. But he's lying about who he is. And he's not a leader. And I don't know how he knows about these solar flashes. And we're going into the Christ tunnel or whatever. I don't know how he knows all this stuff. But hey, you'd have to ask him. So maybe if he can let you know, Dagburn, you can get him on your team and you can get probably a whole bunch more subscribers. Because you say you're spiritual, and maybe a lot of these guys, they'll come on over to your side. So I'm hoping you'll do that. So if you want, where it all started, you can contact people from Marwood International. Right? 2 HR people, I think, is sufficient for you. Kinga Soprani and John. We called him Johnny Watt. Johnny Pollock. Yeah. Johnny Pollock. They can be the HR representatives. You can bring in the owner, Chris Wood. And my main man, Troy Solinger. And then you could bring in Jay Jameson, Christy Coles, John Wall, and Steve DeMeyer. And you can all ask them for their side of the story. Did they lie when they knew their friend was in trouble to save their jobs? Would you swear it to God? Would you bank your future on it? Hey, Troy, are you a good guy? Hey, Troy, did your system maybe kill somebody? Do I have the receipts for that? But at least I have the smarts to ask the question, man. If you're a moron and you killed somebody, you shouldn't be in charge of people anymore. That's just the way I think, bud. But I tried to go to my Ministry of Labor. So if you want to get a hold of them, Dagburn, I have the lady that actually did the investigation. I think I have her phone number somewhere. So if you'd like to talk to my Ministry of Labor. Oh, also, I asked for an investigation to be done because they mentally fucked with me at work. Yeah, they finally did one. They got to hire the people, the Ministry of Labor. They let my company hire somebody. And then somebody after that interview called the Ministry of Labor and said that that was kind of like not a good like thing. It was like, said I wasn't a liar, and Ministry of Labor failed me again. Can you imagine that? Ministry of Labor didn't care if somebody died. There was a reason for it. At least even look into it. No. No, I was so pissed off that someone died. I actually had someone tell me that I was trying to use them for clout to get back at my company. Because that's the kind of person I am. I made a video to my Premier of Ontario. You can grab him too. He's probably got a lot of followers. You grab this fucking piece of shit. I got the receipts on him too. I sent him a video on Twitter. And I wanted to make sure he got it. So I backed it up with one of those email things to the Premier to make sure that he's seen that tweet. Because I looked kind of nuts and kind of crazy, and I was a little bit upset that nobody was worried about somebody else's life, okay? So I was a little bit upset, and I was really fucking high. So I heard nothing from Dougie. Nothing from Dougie at all. You think he would have been concerned about one of his citizens, but no. He's better than me. Speaking of better than me, did you know he talked me into getting this shot? Yeah. And he didn't get it for his family, but I got it for mine. You might want to bring him on your show and ask him how I'm a piece of shit. You might want to ask him what happened if he had to face God right now. What kind of world is he living in? What kind of world is Doug Ford, who is famous because his fucking crack smoking brother? But this is where Canada's at. we'll get you because your brother was famous and he smoked crack. Kind of a weird world though. Like, I don't know. Hey, you guys elected a president that's like lied like a whole bunch before he even became president. Like the lies, holy crap, a doodle. You guys elected that guy, and somehow he got in. How's that? You ever notice how Obama comes to a Biden's rescue all the time? Here I am getting off topic again, but I don't know. I don't like that Obama guy. He kind of sucks. He's a silver-tongued piece of shit. But hey, I could be wrong. These may not be facts. Remember, these are only my opinions, and I'm entitled to my opinions unless we lost the entitlement to our opinions. But see, just because they're my opinions doesn't mean that somebody can't prove me wrong, because I can change my opinions quick. Not because they're forced, but because I decide to. Who else do you want to go to? This is hard. Because, like I said, doing this for me, good news for me, I get to probably lose everything, bud. If this is real. If this is real, because I can't stick with people that have been with me all the time and didn't support me or talk to me and called me crazy and treated me like shit, then again, maybe I'm the crazy one, man. Looking forward to your help. Because, man, if you want, you can grab my wife, too. And get her on your show. You can humiliate the fuck right out of me. I think I have those receipts, too. They don't think I do, but I think I do. Have to let the people be the judge of that, but there's a little Johnny Depp Amber Heard in that movie time, but I might be wrong. But I look at it as I can't save my family unless I'm willing to break my family up to show them that maybe I am right, maybe I'm not crazy, maybe I can save the world. Just because you don't think you can save the world, Johnny Gobble, doesn't mean I can't save the world. I'm willing to do it, and it brings you everything you don't want. Well, I don't want. Dude, it is kind of funny. I'm going kind of long on this, but I'll give you whatever names you want, bud. Because you can have the Elmer Police Department, too. Because I make them look like the Keystone Cops. I think I have the receipts for that. I think the psychiatric situation going on in the world, it ain't pretty, but hey, if I got my chance to speak my mind, maybe. There's my wife again calling. Johnny, there's so much more I wanted to talk about. I got like things written down, but I think I need to cool it. I haven't even put the other two to YouTube yet. Hopefully, maybe you can stop me after the first one or something. You can tell me I'm not silly. But yeah, remember, Johnny, you have to prove it. And remember when you challenged my manhood and how stupid I was. Just think, if I am here to save the world and AI's running the world, I'm smarter than a supercomputer, baby. Don't you know that? But that's only if I get to save the world, right? I don't know, Johnny. Who else is trying to save the world? Point me in the direction of those people, please. I gotta go. She's calling again.